What's up, guys? Welcome back. Amazing RC. Uh, Brian here, and as you can see, we have our SCX10III. And I don't know if you can tell, we're not necessarily happy. Some of you that actually have built this kit probably know why I'm upset. Um, but I figured I'd share it with you guys, just in case you see my video and you're like, oh, it's a great truck, and you want to rush out and get one. And I'm not stopping you from doing that, because what I have to tell you is completely avoidable. But it's upsetting because good companies don't do this. They don't do this. It's one thing to force you to buy a part, but it's another thing not to tell you until page 38 of the build. Um, I went to put in my micro servos. I've got 2 micro servos, just bought them, got real good micro servos. And that's going to run my, my 2-speed transmission and my, I'm assuming it's some type, it says a dig function. So I was assuming it was some type of maybe locking diff. I love this truck. Everything is so overbuilt, minus the shocks. There's a couple issues with the shocks, but I mean, other than that, I mean, this transmission weighs like 46 pounds. I mean, there's just so much going on. Everything is just completely well made, and I'm very happy with it. I'm going to be happy with it for a very long time. I'm not happy right now. I got to page 38 and went to put in my micro servo, and you've got all your parts. You got them all right here. You got your, you have 3/4 of your servo saver, and 3/4 because they left out this tiny little part, so that you physically cannot put in your micro servo that you have purchased. It wants you to purchase a Spectrum micro servo so that you can get your little part. Now, if they would have just gave you your little part, which goes on the underside of the other little part to the servo saver, you could have used any micro servo you wanted to. They let me get my monster, 900, ounce servo from Savox. They didn't stop me from doing that. I got to use my cool new Holmes Hobbies motor. They didn't stop me from doing that. But the micro servo, you're going Spectrum. Oh, yes, you're going Spectrum. Period. Because if you don't, it's not going to work. And of course, I mean, it might not be Axial all by itself. I mean, we all remember when Horizon Hobby picked Axial up. And now they're all in cahoots together. And, some people are like, oh, God, Horizon's going to ruin Axial and their quality. Well, I'll tell you what, the quality of this truck is really, really good. However, I did a little bit of research, and turns out Horizon Hobby also is a big Spectrum affiliate. So now it's not just Axial, it's also Spectrum. So you can kind of, connect the dots here, and you can see that, Horizon Hobby very possibly is forcing you to buy this because not only did you buy the truck from them, but then they sneak in here that you need these 2, servos as well, and they kind of, force you to doing that. Well, I don't know if it's going to continue to happen like it did with me, but I already bought 2 servos from Horizon Hobby, and they're of course no good. So, and I'm not upset for me. I'm not upset for me. I mean, I'm upset, yes, but I'm upset for that 12-year-old kid that cut grass all summer long because he had to have one of these. Mom couldn't afford to get it. And she told him, you're going to have to go out and do something. Maybe cut some lawns or whatever. And he, for the whole dang summer, he went sweat his little butt off, or her butt off. And she got this dang truck sent to her. Doesn't have an extra $35 to have 2 more servos sent out. So it's going to ask Mom again. That whole situation is going to happen somewhere. I mean, it just is. So, Horizon, dang it, if you hear this, or you hear any of these other people that have made videos, because I'm sure there's some out there, this is not just me. Fix that. Just write it here, right in the beginning of the book. Hey, you're going to need a Spectrum servo. We are holding a part back specifically so you get this servo. What does that cost you? 50 cents to add a few more words? And like I said, I'm semi okay with that. If you would have told me back here on page A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, somewhere way back here in the beginning where it says things needed to complete the build. Right here, this one. And on this little line it says, you will need a 4-channel radio system with 1 servo and 2 micro servos and 1 electronic speed controller to operate all features. Nowhere does it say we're leaving out a tiny piece of the servo horn so that you need to go buy a Spectrum. You could have put right in there, you are going to need 2 Spectrum micro servos. Here are their numbers. And you'd be good to go. I would have never had this video. Never. I launched a video 6 hours ago. I could not go to work this morning. I got up at 4 o'clock to finish this truck. 4 a.m. I've been down here in the morning 4 a.m. because I want to run this thing. This is a solid piece of machinery. I mean, these links are like links to the new Bronco. I mean, full size, 1.1. I mean, they are beefy links, man. I can't say anything bad about it, except for this kit ruining idea that they came up with to sell a couple extra servos. Guys, I'm really sorry. I really appreciate you guys listening, because I needed this. I needed to talk to you guys. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. God, it just makes me want to cry. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. It's Brian, Amazing RC. I'm going to get you guys something else cool real soon, but it won't be this.